Hello, today for math we are going to determine if shapes are divided into equal shares. So you might think, what does that mean, equal shares? We know that equal, if something is equal, we can think about it like a balance, right? It is the same. So if one side of an equal sign has to be the same as the other sign, right? As the other side. So 5 is equal to 5. Is 4 equal to 5? No, right? That doesn't work, right? Because they are not the same. So when we think of equal, we think of is the same as. And shares, I know that when I share with someone, if we have equal shares, equal means the same shares, so we have to share the same. I'm going to think of M&Ms. So here we have a girl and a boy, and they're going to share this bag of M&Ms. So if I give the girl 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 M&Ms, and I give the boy 1, 2, 3, 4, do they have equal shares? No, right? Because he only has 4 and she has 6, so that's not equal. So let's see if she gives some to the boy. Let's see how many he has. So she gave 1 to the boy. He has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 now. And now she has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. They each have 5, right? So they shared the M&Ms together, and they have an equal amount, equal share. So they have the same amount. So today we're going to be looking at shapes and see if they are divided, just like we divided these M&Ms, into equal shares. So for our solve and share on page 817, it says, draw a line inside the blue circle to show 2 parts that are the same size. Then it says, draw a line inside the yellow circle to show 2 parts that are not the same size. So I'm going to go into the blue shape and I'm going to draw my line. If I want to draw a line, those 2 parts are not the same size. I know that I want to think of it like a pizza almost. Someone gets half of the pizza and someone gets the other half. Now they are both the same size, right? But I want to go into the yellow shape and do the same thing, but this time I have to draw 2 parts that are not the same size. So I'm going to make one really small part. So if I were sharing a pizza with this person, so Miss Black gets this half and this girl gets the other half, we would both get the same amount, right? So that we have equal shares. She gets half and I get half. But then if we come to this pizza, if Miss Black gets this small piece of pizza and the other girl gets this big piece, Miss Black is going to be very angry, right? Because I don't get enough. I don't get the same amount as her. So we don't have equal shares. So when we're thinking about making equal shares in shapes and dividing shapes into equal parts, we need to make sure the shapes are, the sizes of the different parts are the same. So let's look at these circles. It says shapes can be divided into parts or shares. Sometimes the shares are equal. If you look at this circle up here, we have 1, 2, 3, 4 parts. They're all the same size, right? It's sharing with 4 different people, and they're all the same size. But then we come into this circle, and the shares are not equal because this part right here is really big, and this part isn't. You know, if Miss Black had to share this cookie, this circle, if it was a cookie and she got this blue part, she would be very angry, right? Because she loves cookies and she's getting a lot smaller piece than this one. So in this circle, the shares are not equal, okay? They are not the same. So let's take a look at the rest of these shapes and let's talk about if they are equal and if they are not. And if they are equal, we can talk about how many equal parts there are. This shape, this blue shape, I see 1, 2 parts, but are they the same size? I think this part is a lot bigger than this tiny little piece up here, right? So we would have to say, no, they are not the same size. How about this one? I see 1, 2 parts, and they look like they are the same size. So I'm going to say yes. How many equal parts are there? There are 2. There are no equal parts in this shape because they're not equal. How about this yellow shape? This yellow rectangle is broken up into 1, 2, 3, 4 parts, and I think they are all the same size. They do look like they are all the same size, so we're going to circle yes. They are equal shares, and we have 1, 2, 3, 4 equal shares. Now let's take a look at this green rectangle. Are those shares equal? If you said no, you are correct. They are not equal. This part is really, really small, and this part is huge, right? So we would say no, they are not equal. All right. Now let's turn to page 818 and do a few of the guided practice problems together, and then you will try the rest on your own. So it says, decide if each picture shows equal shares, then circle yes or no. So yes meaning they're equal shares, or no meaning they're not equal. So this one's done for us, but let's look at it. The blue shape is a rectangle, and they divide it into 1, 2 equal shares, right? Those parts are both the same size, so they circled yes. So we can trace that. Let's take a look at number 2. I see a rectangle that's broken up into 1, 2, 3, 4 parts. But are those parts all the same size? No, they aren't, right? This part is really, really tiny, and this part is huge. So they are not equal. They are not the same. Let's take a look at number 3. Now we're looking at a circle. This circle is cut into 1, 2, 3, 4 parts. And it looks like those are all the same size. I don't think any of them are bigger than the other. So we're going to circle yes. How many equal parts are in this shape? 1. You can number them if you need to. 3, 4. There are 4 equal parts. Okay, what I want you to do is try 4, 5, and 6 on your own, and then turn the page and try the rest of the independent practice problems on your own. Have fun.